The Bucks continue. Their journey as they play an interconference matchup on the road. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sidelines. Thrilled to be back in Oklahoma City. The Thunder ready for that home court advantage.
And the start of a brief homestand for them. And they have a chance, Kevin, to get some wins in front of the home fans before they get back out on the road.
The shot by Turner, no good. And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last. And still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's sent back by Turner. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break.
Great find by the big man Turner there, doing what's best for the team.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Mark Dagnall gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I brought up Giannis Antetokounmpo and how effective a scorer he is, and Coach told me, well, when he gets into the lane, he's very tough to guard. For us, it's about forcing him into longer and ideally contested jumpers. That's what I want us to do. We'll see if they're able to accomplish this. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
They set the pick. It's Dort on the wing.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already in just the first few minutes. Clearly a bit careless. They need him to refocus.
Giannis inside. Out to Turner. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Antetokounmpo. And they'll get another chance. Back to Turner. Outside, Antetokounmpo. It's taken away by Smith. And it's Josh Smith with the finish.
And whenever Smith gets the opportunity to attack the rim, he's going to take it.
Giannis outside. And the rejection by Holmgren. The Thunder with the lead. You know, Stan, there are so many things to like about Giannis Antetokounmpo's game. What sticks out most for you?
Well, look, I think, Kevin, most fans are going to say what sticks out is the obvious. His size and his athletic ability. But to me, what really stands out is the energy and intensity he brings on a nightly basis. As much or more than any star in this league, you can count on him every night to play as hard as anyone on the floor. Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
Pass to SGA. They set the pick. Back to Dort. Hits it from three-point range.
And the three-point shot wasn't always there for Dort, but he's put in a ton of work on it, and it shows.
Outside Jackson. Back to Antetokounmpo. They could use a bucket. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And the Thunder with the possession here. That's good, and SGA with the assist.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win.
Jackson. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hasn't made one yet.
Oh, great ball movement there.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Antetokounmpo. And good that time.
Well, that's the touch of Giannis. We've seen it improve so much over his career.
Outside, SGA. To the wing on the left. Just 4 to shoot. Wallace misses. It could go. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
They grabbed their own miss. Out to Smith. Pass to Williams. Back to Smith. And stolen by Portis. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. The Thunder are a powerhouse without possessing a bunch of big-name stars. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, the front office does a good job of picking players to be a part of the organization, and Coach Mark Daigneault said, our job as a team is for the whole to be better than the sum of the parts. Guys, back over to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Trent with it. Williams picks him up. Anthony up on top. Nothing on the board. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Portis for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Portis the screen to the paint. Out to Anthony. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
Down low. Dort. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Lift off, Mr. Jordan. A one-way ticket to the rim. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Jones. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Down low, inside. Giannis drops it in.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Pass to Holmgren. And it's off from three-point range. Bucks trailed by 3. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Giannis drives in. Yes, that goes in. Giannis has got 6.
Giannis with those long strides. He eats up ground quickly.
Outside, Dort buries it from three-point range.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Outside, Jones. Giannis with it. Now Smith defending from past the arc. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Second shot opportunity.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
And he slams it down right on top of Chet Holmgren.
Well, great steal by Turner. Using his length and anticipation, he's disruptive at that end.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the inside. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Bucks. 4-point game. Pass to Green. To the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by Smith. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. Outside. Dort. Hits the three-point bomb. Dort got 11 points.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. And the Bucks with some change-ups. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Yeah, not a great pass there. You got to be on the same page as your teammates.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
And he knew the contact was coming. How about that by SGA to take the hit and finish?
Out to Turner. On the wing, Jackson. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Holmgren gets the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, arguably the most feared slasher in the game. Teammate Jalen Williams said, quote, everybody knows what he's going to do, and he's still able to get the spots on a consistent basis. SGA paused a beat before bluntly saying, I get to the rim on anybody. Back to you.
Yes, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Pass to Jones. Down low. And it's Giannis missing.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Bucks trail by 13. You know, Giannis just entered his 30s, Coach, but he's already an all-timer.
He sure is, Kevin. Look, if his career ended now, this guy's still one of the best we've ever had in this league. Unfortunately for the rest of the league, he's still got a long way to go in his career, and they're going to have to deal with him for a long, long time.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. 10 points for him. On the wing, Giannis. To end the run, buries the jump shot. Giannis has got 12.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Smith outside. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. He has 6.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Outside, Jones. It's taken away by Smith. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Here's Williams. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
SGA with the ball. And it's Trent picking him up. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Offensive rebound. Outside Williams. Clock at 6. Screen by Wiggins. The Thunder with another miss.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
There's a good screen. Back to Dunn. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Williams.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter it. Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that
shot? Outside, SGA. That one goes. Count it. 9 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
19.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Bucks trail by 18. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Sweet little floater.
Playing some bully ball inside. Giannis using his size and frame to get his finish.
Pass to Williams. Out to Smith. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren in the corner. Over Turner. The rebound by Turner.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long.
Giannis outside. It's deflected. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams for 3. The rebound by Turner.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Oklahoma City leading by 16. Back to SGA. Smith with it. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. From the high post. SGA, no good. Bucks trail by 16. Prince the screen. Here's Giannis. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Outside, Smith. Cleaves it in off the window.
And good touch there on the block. Smith knows he has the green light to attack down low.
Strong move off the glass.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
The Thunder lead by 16. Now Williams. It's stolen by Jones. Antetokounmpo.
Wow, Giannis. That is ridiculous.
Outside, Smith. Got it to go off the glass.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And just as players, Greg, have used technology to train, it sounds like officials are now doing the same thing.
Yeah, whether it's the training app on their phones or VR headsets, cameras tracking their positioning on the floor, and even where they're looking. We'll see how much of a difference all this tech makes.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Holmgren fires. Green rips down the board.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Seems like every night Giannis is having his way with other teams. Tonight, another big scoring.
1:19 left in the game. Book it.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Smith there for the rebound. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Thunder.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the floor of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that's going to do it tonight.